Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 22nd of September 2021. Starting with very first question. Which organization has launched the Planetarium Innovation Challenge? So this innovation challenge has been launched by My Government India for tech entrepreneurs and Indian startups. So this Planetarium Challenge was launched with the primary aim of bringing together local startups and tech firms that have potential to build indigenous planetariums system software. Okay, and this system software must be built by using latest technologies such as virtual reality, augmented reality and merged reality. Fine. Now apart from it, recently Meghalaya has launched My Meg program, and this program has been launched with the primary aim to facilitate participation in the governance process and citizen engagement. And this program has been launched to keep in line with the state's aim to becoming one of the India's top 10 states by the year 2030. Now apart from it, recently Union Minister for Road Transport Nitin Gadkari has launched iRaste. First of all, what does it stand for? It is Intelligent Solutions for Road Safety through Technology and Engineering. So this is a 2-year pilot project that aims to enhance road safety in the state of Nagpur. And this project is a collaborative initiative developed by Intel India, IIT Hyderabad, CRRI, that is Central Road Research Institute, Mahindra and Mahindra, and Nagpur Municipal Corporation. So it basically leverages the power of artificial intelligence to achieve the desired goal. Hence this unique initiative will try to bring down fatality on Nagpur road by 50%, and later on this drive would be extended to the other cities of India as well. Fine. Now apart from all these things, recently Tata Steel has commissioned a 5-ton per day carbon capture plant at its Jamshedpur works. So with this, Tata Steel has become the first steel company to adopt such a carbon technology that extracts carbon dioxide directly from the blast furnace. Then it will be reusing the captured carbon dioxide on site to promote the circular carbon economy. Okay. Now question number 2. Recently which country has applied to join the Asia Pacific Free Trade Grouping? So recently China has applied to join the Asia Pacific Free Trade Grouping composed of 11 countries to increase its influence in international politics. And Chinese Commerce Minister Wang submitted the application to the Trade Minister of New Zealand as a representative of CPTPP, that is Comprehensive Progress Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, for the Asia Pacific Free Trade Grouping. And this partnership was a group that was promoted by former USA President Barack Obama so as to increase its relations with Asia. Okay, and right now this partnership comprises of countries like Brunei, Australia, Canada, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, then Mexico, Peru, and Singapore, New Zealand, and Vietnam. Fine. Now apart from it, recently China has launched 24th Gaofen series Earth observation satellite in a bid to monitor environment protection efforts and boost its natural resources surveillance. Okay, and this satellite was launched from Taiyuan Satellite Launch Center in Shaanxi province on a Long March 4C carrier rocket, and it is also capable of obtaining spatial, spectral and radioactive data. Now, a few days back, the national legislation of China formally endorsed the 3-child policy that was mooted by the ruling Communist Party earlier. So now the Chinese couples are allowed to have 3 children and this step has been taken to address the steep decline in the birth rate due to the earlier policy. Fine. Also recently, China's Supreme Court has announced that overtime provision of 996 is illegal there. 996 means 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. work during 6 days of the week. So now this thing is illegal there, okay? Also last month, Government of China has announced a set of reforms for private educational companies under which they are banned from making profits, raising capital or going public. So now also they are prohibited from offering tuitions related to the school syllabus on weekends or during vacations. And the new reforms further prohibit these educational institutions from giving online or academic classes to the children who are under the age of 6 years. Okay. Question number 3. Where was Swachhata Pakhwada 2021 launched? So recently on 16th of September at the Cochin Port Trust, Swachhata Pakhwada 2021 was launched and the Swachhata pledge was administered in all the departments. And on this occasion, Shramdan cleaning activities were started in the port areas, and during the Pakhwada activities like cleaning of workplaces, public spaces, etc. So these type of activities comes under the Pakhwada activities, okay? And Swachhata Pakhwada is an environment awareness campaign which was launched under the Swachh Bharat mission. Now apart from it, Central Board of Indirect Tax and Customs, that is CBIC, has recently declared the Kushinagar airport as customs notified airport. So now this would facilitate international passenger movements including that of Buddhist pilgrims. Also the aviation regulators EASA, that is European Union Aviation Safety Agency, and DGCA, Directorate General of Civil Aviation, have entered into a working agreement to achieve common safety and environment protection standards. So now through this agreement, the aviation regulators of India and Europe hope to decrease the economic burden imposed on the aviation by redundant technical inspection, evaluation and testing. And already we have seen that Rajasthan is the first state of India to have an emergency landing facility on a national highway. So this is the very first time a national highway will be used for emergency landing of Indian Air Force aircraft. Okay. Question number 4. Recently RBI has given its nod to which bank to form a special committee of directors in order to oversee the operations. So recently RBI has given its approval to the Ujjivan Small Finance Bank to form a special committee of directors so that they can oversee the operations in absence of a CEO and MD. So this special committee of directors will comprise of 3 independent directors as its members. And this committee has started working from 16th of September. Now apart from it, the UK based financial publication Euromoney in its Global Awards for Excellence 2021 has honored the DBS Bank with the World's Best Bank 2021 title. And do remember that this is the second time DBS Bank has won this title in 3 years. Also it was named as World's Best Digital Bank 2021. Thus it is the very first bank in the world to hold both the titles at the same time. Fine. Now talking about DBS Bank, few days back it has launched real-time online tracking for cross-border collections for businesses in India in partnership with Swift Global Payments Innovation. Also do remember that it is the very first bank in India and in Asia Pacific to offer this service to the clients, which is expected to benefit close to 4,000 corporate and small business clients in India. Okay. Now apart from all these things, recently Assorts Limited has partnered with IndusInd Bank to provide financial solutions to the farmers so as to make its range of tractors and farm equipment more accessible. Fine. And the UNCTAD, that is United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, has recently projected India's economic growth to hit a 4-year high of 7.2% for the year 2021. So at this rate, India would be the fastest growing economy after China, which is projected to grow by 8.3%. Okay. Question number 5. Which organization is working on technologies in order to develop reusable GSLV Mk3 launch vehicle? So right now ISRO is working to develop a technology which is required to reuse GSLV Mk3 launch vehicle. So this new technology will help ISRO to vertically land its GSLV Mk3 launch vehicle, and this technology will be similar to what SpaceX is doing. So ISRO also intends to use this technology to restore the first and second stages of the launch vehicle, and the development of the reusable GSLV Mk3 transmitter will help ISRO save money. Fine. Now in the previous lecture, we have seen that recently Australia has said that it will India's Gaganyaan mission by tracking it through Cocos Keeling Island. Also ISRO, in accordance with IISc, have jointly developed a modular device to cultivate microorganisms in space. And the device uses LED and photodiode sensor combination to track the microorganisms and bacteria growth. So this device would be used by our astrologers to carry out biological experiments in the space during Gaganyaan mission. Okay. Question number 6. Which organization has partnered with Foundation for Innovation and Technology Transfer and Rasika Beverages Private Limited to commercialize the production of Mahua Nutra beverage? So recently TriFit, that is Tribal Cooperative Marketing Federation of India, has entered into a collaborative project with FIIT that has been established by IIT Delhi and Rasika Beverages Private Limited, which lies in Jharkhand, to commercialize the production of Mahua Nutra beverage, which is a heritage drink in the state of Jharkhand. Now apart from it, recently NMCG, that is the National Mission for Clean Ganga, has launched Guidance Note for Environmentally Sensitive, Climate Adaptive and Socially Inclusive Urban Riverfront Planning and Development, and this was launched by NMCG at Connect Karo, which was organized by World Resources Institute, India. So now this guide will help the urban planners in the Ganga basin and across the country understand how to integrate coastal urban river areas into a master plan. Okay. And apart from it, NAL, that is the National Aerospace Laboratory, has recently adopted Dassault System solution to develop and build civil aircraft in the country. Question number 7. Which organization has launched a unique scheme called SPIN? The full form of SPIN is Strengthening the Potential of India. So this is KVIC, means Khadi and Village Industries Commission, and it has also set up a pottery cluster under Sphoorti scheme in Varanasi, and the aim is to empower over 1100 persons belonging to the marginalized potters. And apart from it, 780 electric potter wheels were also sanctioned to SPIN scheme participants. And not only this, also in Gujarat, KVIC has distributed 50 charkha to women artisans at Kevadia and engaged them with sustainable livelihood and self-employment. Can anyone tell me what does Sphoorti scheme stands for? Please write in the comments if you know. Now apart from it, recently Vodafone Idea Limited has partnered with Andhra Pradesh State Disaster Management Authority to launch India's first cell-broadcasting public warning system. And with this, Andhra Pradesh has become the first Indian state to implement Celtic's cell broadcasting PWS. Okay. Celtic is a world's largest cell broadcast based products provider and a type of global leader of public warning systems. Okay. Now apart from it, recently Flipkart and the Indian Naval Placement Agency have signed a memorandum of understanding in which the two companies will review the opportunities to recruit the naval veterans with the Flipkart group. So through this memorandum of understanding, INPA will identify a group of ex-servicemen candidates for relevant positions in accordance with Flipkart's recruitment standards, and in return the company will enable these people to transition to the corporate sector through internal assimilation and training programs. Fine. Question number 8. Recently, in which state did Rajiv Chandrasekhar, Minister of State for Electronics and Information Technology, inaugurated National Institute of Electronics and Information Technology centers? So recently, Rajiv Chandrasekhar has inaugurated 3 National Institute of Electronics and Information Technology centers. First center was inaugurated in Churachandpur district of Manipur, while the other 2 centers were inaugurated in Tejpur and Kokrajhar districts of Assam. So your correct answer is both Manipur and Assam, that is option number D. And these centers will soon become job creation centers in partnership with the center and the states, and these centers will not only be just training centers, but also these centers would be for improving the qualifications of young people and providing them with new job opportunities. Okay. Now apart from it, do remember that recently 14 districts of Chhattisgarh have signed memorandum of understanding with Hyderabad based Indian Institute of Millets to boost the production of millets in their respective areas. Then there are 2 schemes from Arunachal Pradesh. First is Atmanirbhar Krishi Yojana, which is related to agriculture, and second is Atmanirbhar Bagwani Yojana. This one is for horticulture. So they have been launched in Arunachal Pradesh, and the government has allotted 120 crore rupees for these 2 schemes. Okay. And few days back we have talked about a campaign named as Ayush Aapke Dwar. So this has been launched by our Ayush Minister, and the aim is to distribute medicinal plant saplings to 75 lakh households in 1 year. Okay. Question number 9. On which date World Patient Safety Day is observed? So this day is observed around the world on 17th of September to raise global patient safety awareness and encourage the individuals to demonstrate their commitment to safer healthcare. And the theme for this year was Safe Maternity and Newborn Care. So the main goal of this day is to minimize unnecessary risk and injuries to all women and newborns during the childbirth, and to advocate the provision of quality services at the point of care. Now apart from it, 9th of September is observed as International Day to Protect Education from Attack. So this day is used to spread awareness about the difficulties faced by those children who are living in the countries which are affected by military conflicts. Now apart from it, World EV Day is marked on 9th of September. Why? To observe e-mobility, so as to educate the people about the benefits of electric vehicles. Coming to last question, in which state or union territory its first software technology park of India has been inaugurated by Rajiv Chandrasekhar, Minister of State for Information and Technology and Skill Development. So recently Rajiv Chandrasekhar has inaugurated the Software Technology Park of India at Kohima, Nagaland, and this is the 61st center of STPI and first in Nagaland. Actually, this is a science and technology organization which was established in 1991 by the Indian Ministry of Electronics and IT. Now apart from it, recently India's largest floating solar photovoltaic system plant has been successfully commissioned by Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited at NTPC Simhadri in the state of Andhra Pradesh. So this 25 megawatt project covers an area of nearly 100 acres, and the project will not only generate clean electricity, but also it will reduce water evaporation by shielding the covered area. So due to the cooling effect, it will also have a higher yield compared to the traditional open space project. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide, you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions. And at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked this session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenuzat Sana signing off.